Today is Monday, August 19th, and the division races are heating up. Between the Bases starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to an episode of Between the Bases podcast. My name is Noak. Alongside me is Mo. And today we're going to be talking about how the division races are really tight right now. I can't remember a time where there's at least four divisions up for grabs right now. Mo, how are you doing?
Doing great. No, excited to talk about the MLB Division races this year. As you said, it's been a really close year. You saw with the trade deadline, not a lot of moves just because there's so many teams that are in the race for wild cards, for divisions, everything. And really, it's going to be a great episode today talking about this. How are you?
All right, so first off, let's talk about the division that we're most familiar with as Yankee fans, the AL East. Right now, as we currently sit, the Yankees are a half a game above the Orioles. The Yankees haven't played yet because we're recording this on Sunday. It's currently 6:27. So the Yankees play at 7 tonight. Depending on what they do tonight, they lose or tied, they win. They're still a game up. But what have you seen and what do you expect from these two teams down the stretch?
It's very tough to judge these two teams. Both teams have some injuries. I think the Orioles definitely do have more injuries. They're both great baseball teams. But to be honest, as a Yankee fan, the Orioles are the more balanced team. But they're just so injured right now. A ton of their starters are out for the year, even. It's not just a few months or a few weeks or whatever. The Yankees, most of their guys are going to be coming back. I think the Yankees will run away with this division just because of health. And Juan Soto and Aaron Judge as a duo is something we haven't seen in nearly like 100 years, really, since Ruth and Gehrig. I know it's a lot to say, but it's how I feel as a Yankee fan. And I just think the Yankees right now, because of health, are going to run away with this division. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it's really going to come down to the last week of the season between the Yankees. The Yankees play the Orioles for 3 in the Bronx. And the place is going to get nuts. The place is going to feel like a playoff game. So I think it's going to come down to those 3 games. But I was thinking about it. When was the last time the Yankees were really in a division race? They weren't. Last year, they were out of the division. They were never in it. 2 years ago, they ran away with the division. They won the division by mid-June. 2021, they were in a race with the Red Sox. And for the wild card, they went in for the division. 2020, they were out by like 7 games to the division. 2019, again, I think they ran away with the division. 2018, they didn't play for the division. In 2017, they didn't play for the division. And you can go back. So I can't remember the last time that I've watched the Yankees be in a division race like this. Have you?
I think for 2017, it's closer than you think. I think the Red Sox, they won 95 games that year?
I'll check right now. But
something like that. The Yankees won 91. I don't think it was such a big... I mean, that is a long time ago. That's, 6, 7... Wow.
That's 7 years ago. It's 2024.
Wow. And 2018, it was the Red Sox won 108, the Yankees 100. So yeah, you have a good point here. It has been a while since the Yankees were really. It was a tight race. This isn't saying the Yankees haven't had success. It's just when they win a division, they win a lot, and when they lose the division, they lose it by a good amount of games, usually at least 5, which is in baseball terms, that's a big amount really to come back. But yeah, you have a good point there.
Sorry, my wire got stuck there. But about the Yankees and the Orioles coming down the stretch, the Yankees, if you look back right now, the Yankees are going to have to sweep Baltimore for the season series. So if they tie, the Yankees would be in the wild card round, which isn't that bad because they'd probably play the Twins and the Yankees own the Twins. Mm-hmm. But if you think about that, the 2 plays, Volpe's missed error and Verdugo's misplay in the outfield on the game against the Orioles, which made them lose. That's going to come back to bite them down the stretch.
That's our 2 worst players right there. Horrible.
What?
It's pathetic that they still play every single day. Verdugo and Volpe, I'm sick and tired of them as a Yankee fan. They should not be getting consistent at-bats. They suck. They're horrible.
I mean, Volpe has no at-bats in the MLB, but that's a discussion for a different day.
That's because he doesn't walk. He doesn't walk. He just strikes out and grounds out.
That's a discussion for a different day.
Yeah,
but again, we were at 2. The Yankees made mistakes. They lost in extra innings against the Orioles. So those things come back to bite you down the stretch. And I think the Yankees are going to hold on to win this division. I hope so. But again, losing the division wouldn't be that bad playing the Twins in Yankee Stadium. Twins can't win in Yankee Stadium. So let's move on to the AL Central, where it's become more of a tight race over the past couple of weeks. The Guardians have been fading. The Twins have been on the rise. What have you seen in this division? You think the Guardians are going to hand this division over?
It's tough, really, to predict this one because as you said, the Guardians at the beginning of the year, really for the first few months here, they were consistently just playing good baseball, and it always seemed like how is this happening, right? Because if you look at their roster on paper, they're not that good of a team, and really with the Twins also, they're not that good of a team. I do think the Twins do have a better roster, and I think the Twins will come back and win this division. I think the Guardians do get a playoff spot. I think in the playoffs, the Guardians can make more of a run than the Twins will, but I think the Twins will win this division. And you?
I mean, the Twins are sitting 2 games back of the Guardians,
Yeah, it's
and the
not a big
Guardians' upcoming strength of schedule is
And
not really easy.
and
So,
we're
and
also the Royals. The Royals could also win this division.
the
Only
Royals
three
are right
games.
there too, with 3 games back.
Yeah,
So this
it's a
division
very
is
very tight division.
well. We were sitting here like a couple weeks ago. Oh, the Guardians are running away with this division. They're up by 8 games, but no, they lost the series to the Twins a couple weeks ago. I think they split. My bad. And look at them now. They're 2 games back from being in the wild card.
Yeah, no, they've been on quite the run.
All right, and let's go to the next division. This division, the top team has kind of ran away with it. It was tied for, last week. One team went on a crazy winning streak, the other team went on a crazy losing streak, and that's the Houston Astros and Seattle Mariners.
I think as a Yankee fan, we've known even when the Yankees swept the Astros in the first week of the season, we knew the Astros were still gonna, despite this All Star, we still knew like they're the Houston Astros, and they just figure it out every year and just somehow, they're gonna spawn in the ALCS too this year. I'd be shocked if they don't, but they're winning this division. If you think otherwise, you're just wrong. You guys could quote me on this in October. You'll see that they'll win the division. This is one of the divisions where I'd be shocked the most, like if the Astros don't win this thing.
I mean, how many times have we sat here and we've said, "Oh, which team scares us the most in the AL?" Like the Astros at that point, they were still really bad, and we kept on saying on here, "Oh, the Astros are coming. Don't let the Astros get hot," and they let the Astros get hot, and that it's concerning for the MLB. It's concerning for the Mariners, who are never going to win the AL West, and it's concerning for the Yankees. I mean, sorry to put the Yankee fans first, but we're the best team in the league for a reason.
Oh,
And we're going to lose to Houston again in the playoffs.
We definitely never said that, but it's we definitely thought it. We thought it.
We thought it. No, I think before the season started, I think on our episode with Max Manis, I said that the Mariners were going to win the division because the Astros were going to start off slow, and I think the Mariners were going to run away with it. And he kind of looked at that for a while. You can go back and quote me on that video, and the Mariners kind of ran away with it at the beginning, and then the Astros caught up. So, and the Rangers, where have you been, Rangers? Come on, you won the World Series last year. Kind of haven't been good this year. So, where have you been, Rangers? Step up to the plate. They're closer to the A's than they are to the Astros.
Yep.
But our next division is the NL East, and I think that is a runaway division right now. So let's not talk about it. The Phillies are up 7.5 games. Yup, that's the NL East.
I wouldn't put the NL East to rest just yet. I do think the Phillies will win, but you never know with the Braves.
All right, the NL Central locked up. Milwaukee Brewers up by 11 games. And I think this next division is the division that we're going to talk about the most. There's a lot of talking points here. It's the NL West. It's the NL West. The Dodgers were comfortably sitting a couple weeks ago in the top spot. They were like, oh, the Dodgers are cruising to the playoffs right now. They're cruising to the NL West crown. And right now, they're 3 games up on the San Diego Padres. 4 games up on the Diamondbacks. They're coming. They're coming. The Padres are coming.
Yeah, I love the Padres. I love the Padres. It's one of my favorite teams in MLB. Maybe my favorite team besides the Yankees. Just fun team to watch. Great energy and everything. The run they were putting together is something that, they've always had great teams over the last few years, and they've never been able to put together, winning seasons. And just seeing them succeed is a great thing to see as a baseball fan because the Padres fans deserve it. Their owner has Peter Sadler, passed away, whatever. He put so much money into this team, and they just weren't winning, and they're finally, starting to win. And Padres fans deserve it. They've never really won anything. I do think the Dodgers will win this division. I think, you're full if you say they won't. They're just so much. The roster is just so much better than all the other teams, really, in baseball. And I think over, a long span of games, in the playoffs, you don't know what's going to happen, but over a long span of games, they're the better team. And, it's going to even out. They're going to start playing better. They're just too good to keep, going on these bad stretches. And recently they've been playing better. I think the injuries have really killed them, but they're just too good to not win this division.
I mean, how well has Jackson Merrill played? Jackson Merrill has played
great, but you overrate him a lot. I do think you overrate him a lot. Yeah. I was talking to you
He's been
yesterday.
playing out of his mind. He's been
I
carrying the San
think
Diego Padres team. Don't tell me I'm overrating him.
I think you're overrated.
All right, and then the Diamondbacks. Like the Diamondbacks this year, I know they just got swept by Tampa Bay. They were closing 2 of those games. But man, those Diamondbacks, they are coming. They're like the Rangers. We thought, oh, the World Series hangover. But they came and they're coming and they've been hot over the last 2 weeks. And Ketel Marte might have an argument to win an NL MVP. What do you have to say about the Snakes?
I think Ketel Marte right now, is either 1 or 2 in your MVP voting, but I don't see the Diamondbacks making a run at this division. They're not as good as the Padres or Dodgers. And I don't really think they're close to as good as the Padres or Dodgers. And I think if Corbin Carroll was playing like the way Corbin Carroll played last season, you could make that argument. But he just hasn't.
He's playing that way right now. He's on a tear.
Okay,
right
he's had his little streak. Whatever. He's not. He hasn't been like that all year. If you look at the beginning of the season, that hurt them the way they played at the beginning of the year. It did. And he turned into like Harrison Bader. Hit or good.
All right. So our last topic of the day. We're Yankee fans, so obviously we got to talk about how the Yankees are going to Little League today. My first question for you is, what is this Little League? What do you think it means to players? And Jason Dominguez has been called up, so just give me your thoughts on the Yankees calling him up for one day and then sending him back down tomorrow.
I'll first talk about what it means for the players. I don't really think they care, but Jason Dominguez, it's great for that the Yankees called him up. He definitely deserved it. He's been hitting the ball really hard, having great at bats in AAA. It's just he should have been called up sooner. They're having him hit 5th against Tarek Skubal, who's right now the favorite to win AL Cy Young, one of the best pitchers in baseball. They're hitting him 5th when he's a switch hitter who's better hitting lefty, and he's going to be switch hitting righty today. And they're sending him back down right after this game, just to manipulate his service time or whatever. But we're gonna have Verdugo for 4 hitting tomorrow or Tuesday or whatever.
Batting 1, not 4. Batting 1.
No, Verdugo 0 for 4. That's his nickname. He's horrible. It's a great nickname. Whoever came
Listen, when this episode comes out, the game will already have happened, so I'm not going to say too much on the Dominguez situation. But I want to say something about what you said about the Little League game and how the players don't really care. Josh Chisholm in a booth today. What?
I was just joking. I know Josh Chisholm had a nice moment with some player from
Nevada. He said that he's going to be a big brother to one of the players on, I think it was Team Nevada. So that was a cool moment. And I think, to these players, obviously everyone in the big league started playing ball at a young age, and now a lot of them were at the Little League World Series as kids, and to pass it on to the next generation, I think it's a really special moment for the players, and I think the MLB should keep on doing this. And our last topic of the day, I know we said the Yankee topic was going to be last. Players Weekend was this week. Who do you think has had the coolest swag this weekend?
I think Players Weekend is cooked. Pathetic effort by MLB this week. There was you couldn't even tell it was Players Weekend.
Oh, the old Players Weekend was good.
The old Players Weekend was great. This year, you had a little number on their hat, looked a little cool, whatever. It was pathetic. I mean, the bats were cool, but the old jerseys with the nicknames, I don't know why that is not continued every single year. That was a great thing. What was that, 2017, 2018? That was great. All the fans love those jerseys. It's just a bad job by MLB, not bringing that back. I love the bats though that players use. I don't think Volpe was warranted to use one of those bats just because you should start hitting instead. He hasn't really been gripping it or ripping it. He's been tapping it to third base. But I love the pencil bat. Pencil bat's always a cool bat to see. There's been some cool cleats. Judge had nice cleats. He can wear whatever he wants because he actually hits. They got to bring it back to what it was. No, what'd you think of it?
I mean, I think, as a kid, I'm still a kid, but when I was a kid, younger than I am right now, and watching the Players Weekend, and that was so cool to me, just to see them run out there with the names on the back of the jersey, the nicknames. It felt like it was for the fans, let the players be players. This year, I feel like they were held back. And I think my favorite bat this year, come on, the pencil bat, that's classic. That's a classic, but the crayons are classic too. But it's Bobby Witt's Jr.'s the video game guy. I don't know his name.
I didn't see his bat.
Sick bat. Happy birthday to him. It's his birthday today, so.
Judge's MVP though.
Judge over Witt for MVP. No way Witt's in the discussion. But that's gonna do it today because nobody wants to talk about Bobby Witt Jr. winning MVP. So Aaron Judge locked it up. Remember to like and subscribe. Let's get us to 400 by the September 1st. 400 subscribers, that is. Between the bases out. We'll see you guys for the next episode. I think Emmanuel Barberi, the Yankees WFAN announcer, is coming on. We'll talk about his legacy and how he's taking over for John Sterling and how that's going to be. So we'll see you guys later. Remember to like and subscribe. Let's go, Yankees.